Good morning. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. Christian County Treasurer Betty Osmussen is reminding the public that property taxes are due soon. The due date for that first installment is July 3rd. Osmussen says that they were mailed out on May 21st. The second due date is September 3rd.
Hi, Betty Osmussen, your Christian County Treasurer. Just letting you know that we mailed your real estate tax bills. They were mailed out on Wednesday, May 21st. The first installment due date is July 3rd, and the second due date is September 3rd. You can pay your tax bills at the courthouse. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. There is a drop box on the south side of the square, or you can mail your tax bills to the county, and that address is on the back of your real estate tax bill. You can also make payments at your local banks with the exception of Regions. You can pay online by visiting our website at christiancountyil.gov. Click on Treasure. And we have also inserted a QR code onto the website, but please know that fees do apply. If you have not received your real estate tax bill, please call my office at 217-824-4889 or visit our website, christiancountyil.gov, and click on Treasure, and you now are able to print your tax bills yourself. Also, if you're having issues, call the office and my staff can email your tax bill as well. Again, that first installment is due July 30th, and if you have any questions, please call text my office at 217-824-4889. Thank you.
For more information, visit christiancountyil.gov/treasurer. A free workshop aimed at helping rural communities and small businesses harness the power of artificial intelligence is coming to Christian County. The Christian County CEO program is hosting its Give Back event titled AI, Rural's Unfair Advantage. The session is open to the public and is free to attend, with organizers encouraging RSVPs to amy.k.hagen@usbank.com. The workshop will explore how artificial intelligence can help small businesses and nonprofits overcome challenges that are often faced in rural areas, like limited budgets and smaller workforces. Topics will include how AI can be used as a marketing assistant, data analyst, and even an operations helper, with no advanced tech skills being required. For those that are ready to take it a step further, the session will also highlight ways AI can automate routine tasks and increase your efficiency. The event will be led by Andrew Scadaboo, a longtime technology trainer, consultant, and co-owner of Brick Street Digital in Quincy. Scadaboo has spent the last several years working directly with AI tools and training others across the Midwest. He also teaches workforce development at John Wood Community College. Again, this event is free, but RSVPs are requested. The Christian County Fair is drawing ever closer to its start on July 15th, and that means the excitement is building up. Much of it is for the concert on July 18th, which sees Clay Walker and Casey Donahue take to the stage. And with that said, plenty of other events will also be taking place. Fair organizers hope they will appeal to visitors of all ages and all levels of interest in agriculture. Concert tickets are available on the fair's website, christiancountyfair.com. Angela Olmarsters, Marketing and Promotions Director with the Christian County Fair, says that the tickets are going fast.
The hype's kind of being built about the Clay Walker, Casey Donahue concert. Jeremy Tucker, president of the Fair Board, has done a great job at getting the word out also about the concert. We want to make sure that we answer the call of the community. Get your tickets online, $40 for a grandstand general seating, $30 for a track ticket, and of course those go up day of the concert, so that's more important to get your ticket early. www.christiancountyfair.com. If you were there last year and you experienced the essence of your own concert in your own county and your own town, it was a great experience. People are still talking about it. So hopefully this year you can come out, your schedule's able to, to get out, bring your family. It's kid friendly also. Of course, you can, come and watch the concert, just enjoy everything about the carnival, the fair, stay for some other shows. It's a great time.
Also coming to this year's fair is a Western style show. It involves modeling clothing and other goods that are from that part of the country.
Yes, the Western Style Show is a new event happening in the Expo building on Thursday at 6 p.m. You will be able to register for that later on this week. You can register your group or individual. You just give a description of what your Western wear is that you're modeling. You can also bring, business cards from your group to display. So if people are interested in your product, it's going to be basically a fun time, a style show to see what's available in Christian County and beyond. And what better place to have it, especially with the gear of the, Casey Donahue and Clay Walker concert. I mean, we want to bring a little bit of Texas to Christian County, and they might want to take a little bit of Christian County back to Texas, right?
And that's far from all when it comes to the events. There are competitions and performances and exhibits all 5 nights of this year's fair.
Tuesday, of course, is our opening ceremony at 10 a.m. And then we have the pageants in the grandstand. So that's always creme de la creme. Excellent show. So the next night on Wednesday, we have stock car races with a modified division added. That is always a sold-out event. Get your tickets early for those grandstand events. Larry Buds, takes care of the grandstand. He and his wife, Gloria, and the other members of the fair board, they do a great job with that. Thursday night, big farming event that happens in the grandstand, ITPA tractor pull. We also have the kiddie tractor pulls this year going on, and that time is yet to be announced. Compliments of Commodity FS. And then we roll into Saturday, and we have the car show going on. We have the chili cook-off going on. Of course, there's always, every night, there's music and adult beverages in the beer tent.
Agriculture-related programming is part of any county fair, but Olmarster says it's especially important in farming-rich Christian County.
Well, it means to me the heart and soul of the fair, and I believe that all fair board members are behind that. The folks that show the livestock families, the 4-H families, they work for year-round at getting the animals ready for the shows. The kids are so excited. Thanks to sponsors, we've got some great sashes that the winners get. But not only do the winners receive things at our fair, everybody's a winner at the Christian County Fair. So because of sponsor support, all the kids that show livestock in the fair, they all walk away with gifts and things of that nature. I just really feel like it's the essence of Christian County is farming. We're a huge farming community. And to go out and see generation after generation of families that together, to me, that's really, really important.
Once again, more information on the Christian County Fair is available at christiancountyfair.com. Angela Olmarsters appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. This will conclude the first portion of your expanded local news here in the 7 o'clock hour. It's brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Hi, this is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. When you become a member of TCCU, you become an owner and have access to our great loan rates, earn great dividends on our deposit accounts, have access to our full range of financial products, and will receive personal attention from people you know. Membership is open to anyone who lives or works in Christian, Montgomery, and Shelby County. We are conveniently located in Taylorville, Hillsboro, Litchfield, and Pana. You can also visit us online at www.tccu.org. Come join us. You'll wonder why you waited. Member NCUA.
More exercise means more energy, which is extremely beneficial to patients during a cancer journey. While this might seem straightforward, this isn't a quantity versus quality scenario. It's a mix of both, which is personalized to everyone in their different ways. A late-phase trial published in the New England Journal of Medicine finds people who follow an exercise program after undergoing surgery and/or chemotherapy can reduce their risk of cancer recurrence a new cancer diagnosis, or even death by 28%. The findings were presented on June 1st at the annual meeting of the American Society of Clinical Oncology, focusing on those who had stage 3 or high risk stage 2 colon cancer. Nathaniel Lehman is an exercise physiologist with OSF Healthcare. He works alongside patients with cancer, mapping out plans to help them exercise despite a cancer diagnosis. During a cancer journey, exercise helps deliver medication through the body as it's intended, because a person's blood vessels are opening, which allows the drugs to get to the areas most impacted by cancer.
We know exercise is so beneficial for our bodies. Specifically for cancer patients, they deal with a lot of fatigue, tiredness, low energy. They also deal with a lot of joint and muscle pain. Sometimes they have a bone pain. They have most of the time they get weakened immune systems. There's just a lot of things through treatment and through their journey that they'll deal with. Even weight loss is another one.
Lehman and his colleagues rely on recommendations from the American College of Sports Medicine to put together plans for patients with cancer. That includes 150 minutes of moderate cardiovascular or aerobic work, and that exercise can be had per week. This can also break down into 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week.
Exercising with cardio, with strength training, is really good for our hearts, our lungs. It's good for our muscles, our joints. The benefits also include our mental health, different moods. Our weight it helps to kind of keep a consistent weight. It's also really good for our immune system. It helps to boost that immune system, keeping us healthy for a long time.
If 30 minutes at one time is too much for a person, feel free to break it down into two 15-minute exercise periods that are sprinkled throughout your day. Even 3 10-minute periods are beneficial. The main goal is just to get people to start moving. If people want to achieve vigorous exercise, Lehman recommends 75 minutes per week, additional because of the added pressure that's put on muscles and bones. If strength training is more of your speed, Lehman recommends 2 to 3 days a week of that exercise. This can include light squats, shoulder press, bicep curls, triceps extensions, and rows as a few examples. Make sure to have a day of rest in between. Powerlifting, like power cleans, heavy squats, and deadlift, or exerting too much energy during a cancer journey is something to actually avoid.
We don't want to do that type of workout where we're overstressing our body to a point where we can't move the next day. Those guys train for years and years and years, and they put a lot of fatigue on their body that our cancer patients just can't handle.
Marathons, triathlons, Ironmans, and Spartan races should be avoided as well. These extremely tough exercise events would cause too much stress on the bodies of patients with cancer. Lehman says exercise is good at lowering the risk of cancer, but it doesn't outright prevent cancer. Lehman says there is a difference between an active lifestyle and exercising. A basic active lifestyle can include things like daily chores around the house, but he wants patients to take things a step further and add committed time to exercise specifically. However, if a person is working outside in the yard all day, that can be a great amount of physical activity, which could supplement exercise on that specific day. The European Society of Cardiology reports a sedentary lifestyle for 2 decades is linked to being 2 times at risk of premature death compared to being physically active. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends 8,000 steps a day and says that for every 1,000 added steps per day in people with a sedentary lifestyle, it reduces the risk of heart disease and death by an additional 15%. A new home for the IHSA Bass Fishing State Finals will be had this year. The event is moving to Lake Shelbyville. Greg Harkins is the bass fishing coach at Shelbyville High School and tells a little about the tournament. The tournament will be running from today, Friday, through tomorrow, Saturday. This will conclude the second portion of your expanded local news, which is brought to you by CNB Bank and Trust.
In Taylorville, we know the value of getting more for your money, and at CNB Bank and Trust, our premium checking account delivers just that. Earn interest on your balance and unlock buzzing perks like local discounts, roadside assistance, and cell phone protection, just for banking where you live. Stop by our Taylorville branch today and experience banking with extra benefits. CNB Bank and Trust, helping to open doors since 1854. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Illinois farmers say that they could use some more growing days here in Illinois. Brent Clare farms in Adams County. Areas west of central Illinois, including parts of Adams County, have been experiencing moderate drought conditions per the U.S. Drought Monitor. Moving now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
This is Chad Sparks. When you lose a loved one, your choice for making final arrangements should be with the compassionate family at Sutton Memorial Homes. They know the death of a loved one is difficult. Austin and Evan at Sutton's and the entire staff have devoted themselves to loving and caring for those in their community in their time of need. You can trust Sutton Memorial Homes to assist your family in making final arrangements that will be a tribute to your loved one. Sutton Memorial Homes, caring is what they do best.
93-year-old Jean Marie Watlett of Stonington died on June 3rd. Visitation is today, June 6th, from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. at Holy Trinity Catholic Church in Stonington. Funeral service will be June 6th at 2 p.m. at Holy Trinity Catholic Church in Stonington. Burial will be at Old Stonington Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 101-year-old Francis M. Prey of Hillsborough, formerly of Coffeen, died on May 29th. Visitation is June 7th from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. at South Fork United Methodist Church in Nokomis. Funeral service will be June 7th at 11 a.m. at South Fork United Methodist Church in Nokomis. Burial will be at Kettle Camp Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Funeral Home in Nokomis. 77-year-old Sherry Lee McCullough of Taylorville died on May 25th. A celebration of life will be held at a later date. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. And 82-year-old Glenn Neal of Taylorville died on May 29th. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Schaefer Perfetti and Asali Funeral Home in Taylorville. Get details on these and other local news stories at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com or continue to hear them every single hour here on WTIM. WTIM is your only local news radio.
This is Blaine Cornwell with Prairie State Insurance. Running a